Yeah, and he may not even need to win to move on, right? He may be able to go 3-1 and still move on. But they have Black Elite John sitting there right below them, who on paper is 2-1, but his last match is against somebody who withdrew, so he actually will be 3-1 as well. So that it'll come down to tiebreakers to see who moves on to the bracket stage.
But we are getting going. We're seeing him going through Ceres. Cynan already a little bit in the lead with his movement.
Yep. Runner. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, usually don't get much separation in Ceres because it's a pretty consistent thing. Everyone goes through it so much. Like, no matter how far you get in the run, you start with Ceres. So people's Ceres movement is usually pretty polished. Yeah,
there's not a lot that you can do to go any faster in the station. You can arm pump to gain 1 or 2 frames, but that's not going to be enough to make much of a difference. The exit, on the other hand, is another story. You can save, or actually, it feels more like you can lose. You can lose seconds on the exit by getting hit by steam, missing wall jumps, and we'll see how good their series times are coming out of here.
Now, interesting little thing. Cynan messed up the door entry, so now already the Azulino is a little bit ahead because the Ceres doors, you want to wait for them to open so you can run through them with full momentum.
Yep. And we see both runners getting up. We got a 43 for Azulino and just under 43 for Cynan, so really close. Coming out almost in sync. I wouldn't expect anything less from these two.
All right, so now we are going to be heading down to Zeb's, where we're going to be going to get Morph Ball and going to get our first missiles.
Yeah, we also see Azulino using the much improved and very much better Japanese text, which makes saves exactly 172 frames throughout the run. Give or take 172. Brackets.
And is it? Oh, go on.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just going to say, Phoenix asking if the brackets are out. The brackets are not out yet. They're waiting till all the matches are done. I think they should be out tomorrow, though. I've been promised, and by promised I mean somebody mentioned it one time, and there is no promise, that they're going to be out Monday.
All right, so it looks like Azulino is not really using a Moonfall, or at least he didn't in the first room, but he used it in the second room. Yeah, it looks like both of our runners are using Moonfall. The Moonfall in Parlor is a little bit harder to get and saves less time. The Moonfall in that large climb room is very free and saves a lot of time. So most people that do Moonfall, that's the first one they pick up. We had 2 pits from Cynan. How unfortunate.
Phoenix, they are indeed reseeding based on times. You'll be seated. You'll throw out your best and worst time, and then take the average of the 2 that are left, and that'll determine what seed you are in the tournament in the brackets. I need to check with our restreamer to make sure we're not seeing the same stream twice here, because this is
crazy synced.
Yeah, right with each other.
Frank Z. Uh-oh. Azulino almost left the room without picking up the missile. He started running away. He forgot to spin jump to do the wall jump check on it.
Sorry about that. There appears to be actual people outside. I don't know how dare they walk by on the sidewalk, you know?
Just a travesty.
You think people would respect that there's a Super Metroid speedrun race going on over here?
Cynan getting a little caught up in his movement, trying to get rid of the pirates.
All right, I think the bird or squirrel or whatever has been riling up the Franker Z's here has been quelled.
I just realized that Cynan wasn't doing the normal strat. I guess maybe he's not super confident in his wall jumps.
There's 2 strats they can use to get up climb. There's the wall jump strat that I think most people are familiar with and see, and then there's the ledge grab strat, which has been popularized by Behemoth and originally done, I think, by Just Defend. They're about equivalent in speed. a lot of people find the ledge grab climb to be a little bit more consistent. And if you miss a ledge grab, you don't fall down quite as far as if you miss a wall jump.
Fair enough. However, the consistency with Azulino's climb definitely has put him in a probably 10-15 second lead, maybe. Maybe that's a little exaggeration, but he's already fighting Torizo.
Yep. And he's going to shoot 5 regular shots at him, try to get some missile drops, and then shoot 7 missiles to finish him off. That avoids blowing off BT's head, which would add a little bit of animation time and just wasted time that we want to get out of there as fast as possible. Yeah,
I believe that Bomb Torizo has exactly 1,000 health, if I remember correctly, and so the first six shots or so take off 300 health, and then 7 missiles will take the rest. Because it's only when he goes under 100 health that his head breaks.
Yeah, you want to leave him with exactly 100 and kill him with a missile. Sometimes you don't get enough missile drops there, and so you'll see runners mix in multiples of 5 regular shots to knock off that health. And we see AzulynoThree damage boosting through pirates, just running straight through and face tanking them. I believe both these runners will be doing that, and both will be doing old route. I don't think either of them runs new route, but that is the first hint that you see about whether or not a player is doing new route or old route.
So we're going to be getting our first quote-unquote sequence break here. We're going to be mockballing to go get our super missiles.
Yep, this means we don't have to fight Spore Spawn, which is kind of a shame. I think Spore Spawn gets a little lonely.
He's the hardest boss in the game, man. We got to avoid him. He's just too good. The runners might die.
He definitely wastes a lot of time, especially when you miss a round on him. If you're doing one of the other categories that does kill Spore Spawn, missing the 2-round kill ends up adding about 18 seconds. Really nice mock ball through this Decora room here, getting that extra missile drop from the bug.
Yeah, next thing we need to be going and getting is Charge Beam. Charge Beam is incredibly important for this run. It is by far the most efficient way to kill bosses.
Yeah, for sure. Especially once we pick up Plasma or Wave Beam, along with Power Bombs for X Factor, will allow us to do a lot of damage to bosses and allow us to not have to pick up ammo. AzulynoThree left the charge missiles there, which is an interesting route choice. I haven't seen many people, especially old route runners, leaving those missiles there. That's usually a 100% or low percent strat. I wonder if he's a 100% runner that is his muscle memory kicked in and left them there.
We will find out, I suppose. Oh, he tried to charge beam through the door, but he accidentally let go of it too early, so he wasn't able to kill the Cactac in one shot.
Oh, and missing that angle down shot on that last Cac as well, which cost him a super farm. Which is going to be a little weird. It's going to be a little awkward for him going into Kraid's lair here, because normally you use supers and missiles to kill the pirates, and he's going to be short on both.
Oh, he tried to do a damage boost off of the scree, and it didn't quite happen.
There's that angle down shot that AzulynoThree was trying to do that Cynan just did.
Cynan catching up a little bit. AzulynoThree seems to be getting caught up in his movement in a couple of places.
Oh, and a really nice deboost off those
scree particles.
Yeah, scree particles. I was trying to remember what those guys were called. I was just going to call them hangy bat things.
Yeah, no, I'm very familiar with the screes. It's the main alias of pretty much my best friend.
Oh, looks like Cynan was going for the 3 super entry, which allows you to run straight through and jump into to Kraid's lair, but unfortunately missed the top super. Had to go to a backup instead.
Yeah. Samus got checked by the "you must be shorter than this to enter."
And Azul is okay with ammo now. He got some drops and is looking okay. He's got his 2 missiles and 4 supers, so he can do either one of the kind of standard quick kill strats, either using missiles or a charge beam to freeze crates, arm down.
Good ammo count for Cynan as well.
It looks like Azul's going to use the charge strat and then 4 supers. Takes a little bit longer than using the missile strat, but it's a little bit easier because the arm doesn't get in the way, and probably a little bit more consistent for him. And he picks up his barrier, 10:26, really good barrier time.
As someone who's done some Super Metroid speedrunning myself, the charge strat is a little more reliable just in terms of like your motions on the controller too, because it can be a little unintuitive to reach over to select in the middle of the quick kill attempt. Speaking of quick kill attempts, that one didn't go so well.
Yeah, it looks like Cyan was a little bit late with the 4th super. Oh, and then misses the opening. No. He only needs 1 more missile. There he goes.
Thank God.
I guess it's possible that Azul's going to pick up the moat missiles. He actually doesn't need to pick up an extra missile. You can go through with 3 missile packs. You can go 15 and 10 and 5 for ammo for missiles, supers, and power bombs. But it makes touring a little bit
safer.
Yeah, a little bit safer. To have a little, just 1 more extra missile pack makes a big difference.
Metroid drops are so unreliable. Like we've seen world record speed runs lost to having terrible RNG and Turium. Ooh, Cynan having a bit of a hard time getting up past the key hunters.
Oh, these guys are going to be annoying once they're there.
Yeah, they love to just swarm you.
There he goes. He gets that mock ball off the wall jump to damage boost through.
He's got no missiles coming out of Kraid right now.
Ooh, and Azul unfortunately missing that Sova there, which means he's going to have to kill him again on the way out in order to open the door.
I'm kind of surprised he bothered to kill him then, but I guess he just wanted the drop.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd at that point. Just let him live. He didn't do anything wrong. It's not his fault you couldn't kill him. You kill him on the way out anyway, or his brother.
It looked like Cynan was trying to go for the super missile exit again, but didn't quite get that either.
And Azula is skipping this missile pack as well. All right. Nope, he's decided...
Oh, he forgot. He forgot.
Okay, he decided he does need it. He is not doing low percent, so he will pick that up.
Hopefully, I think it might have finally clicked in his head that he didn't get the charge missiles.
Yeah, although it'd be weird to skip that missile pack anyway. That would normally be another one that you just pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice business center strat there to wall jump up.
I'm not familiar with every room that you guys use for Super Metroid, but I'm familiar with most of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and they all have great names. But there's a few that I don't know either. Mostly I know these because these are the ones I forget items in when I do 100%.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Cynan had a pretty quick strat as well there.
And Bubble Mountain can be a headache for just about everybody. If you start missing those wall jumps or get hit by King Kak, we'll see how Azul does. He missed the first wall jump up, but it looks like he gets it on the second try.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't bother to just open the door. That makes that a fair bit easier.
Yeah, especially with Moonwalk, you can back up into there without having to worry about running into the save room.
Just little bits of consistency, but I guess he decided it wasn't necessary.
You know, a lot of times those consistent strats that, hey, and we see Cynan doing exactly what we just said. Those consistent strats that you don't think about in a race setting, you know, your mind gets a little bit flustered, and you just try to get out whatever you can.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna see a nice high five here as they come out speed, and now he's picking up speed missiles. I think he realized that he forgot charge missiles. He's looking for that extra pack.
Yeah, he's like, why are my missiles so low? And high five. The gap has been pretty variable, honestly. Like, throughout, like, not that many mistakes on either runner's side, it feels like the gap between them is just constantly shifting.
Yeah, it's very close. Azul's leaving the Bat Cave. Wait, is that the Bat Cave? I don't know. The pre-speed booster farm room right at 15 minutes. So depending on how much Cynan farms, looks like he's got about a 20-second lead.
Yep, right about there. I always felt that like the games with door transitions like this are the easiest ones to commentate for speedrunning because we can just use that as a checkpoint for a lead.
Yeah, it definitely makes it easier. 20 seconds is really nothing in a Super Metroid speedrun too. Like that can be lost, 50 minutes into this run. So very close race.
Having a bit of a hard time getting this gate. Oh no, he fell down. And another high five, but not exactly how Cynan wants it to be. Oh no!
And this is why I consider this. This is why I consider this to be the real worst room in the game because falling down here is such a pain. And then going through the platform. No. Oh, that's got to be frustrating. There he goes. Now he's got it.
I'm so sorry. I was so unfortunate. Oof. That was rough. I think he probably lost at least 15, 20 seconds right there.
Yeah, that's a rough place to lose time, but he can rebound back. Nice wreck ship, good Fantoon can really make a big difference in this race.
Ooh, misses his dip across there. I think he's feeling a little flustered. You can see in his movement he's kind of panicky. He knows that just lost him a lot of time. Especially with already having forgotten, or already messed up the quick kill on Kraid too.
Yeah, really nice Alpha Spark by Azul. Even getting the drop from the Cack Attack. Nicely done.
You say Elvis Spark?
Alpha Spark.
Okay.
An Elvis Spark, though, we should totally make that somewhere. We've got to find where we can do an Elvis Spark. And really, really clean red tower by Azul as well, getting up there with the hero shot first try.
Hero shot is always one of those tricks that's just so impressive to see. Like, for someone who's been playing the game vanilla, or even just like not that competitively speedrunning it, like it's just a really impressive trick to just see them follow the shot right up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here we are going to see our only power bombs.
Well, possibly.
Oh no.
It is possible that they'll be forced to pick up the power bombs of shame in Lower Norfair if they don't have enough or miscount what they've got.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so now Cynan's finally gotten to Red Tower. Oh no.
Wall jumps are not being kind to Cynan tonight.
Oh no.
Alright, now he's up there. Alright, let's go. You got this.
It's always interesting to see, like, the different ways that people will deal with the same kind of strategies. Like, nice hero shot, by the way.
Yeah, nice, very, very clean up the second half of Red Tower.
Oh, is he going for Ocean Fly?
A charge Ocean Fly. Wow, I have not seen very many people at all do a charge shot Ocean Fly.
I haven't seen Ocean Fly, and so oh no.
Oh, and actually hitting that pedestal is about the worst way to miss that because he's got to go all the way back and redo it.
Oh, he must not be confident in his horizontal bomb jumps or his CWJs.
Yeah, almost nobody that does old route would feel very confident in that. So instead, he's just going to spark across and leave that behind.
That's too bad because that if he hadn't bonked on the pillar like that, that looked really good. I thought he had it.
It definitely would have been close.
And it makes sense for him to spark up a little high there just to save the health for Fantoon. I think that bonk was intentional.
Yeah, it looks like he set it up that way. Even doing a little bit of a late spark to conserve that health. And I don't blame him. Phantoon can be really dangerous. It can just get out of control really quickly.
Yeah, I haven't seen an old route speedrun in a while, so that's why Oceanfly kind of surprised me. But it looks like Cynan is just going for the safe strat, which will save him some time because he doesn't have to go back and reset the room.
That's true.
Not that he knows that, though. Uh-oh, having trouble charging up a spark, so he's just gonna... Oh, man.
Looks like he's just gonna jump across, try to conserve energy as well. Oh, Azul missing the first charge shot opening.
If he's gonna do this, like, almost might want to consider turning off high jump, just because that way you can not miss these platforms.
Yeah. Nice first round X Factor by Azul. Looks like he's gonna try to do two X Factors to kill off Phantoon. Missing the opening, unfortunately.
See if he gets it.
Yeah, really nicely set up.
Oh, he didn't quite get the speed ball that he wanted.
Oh, and then Kojacking a missile into the bottom of the door. With only one power bomb, that's actually a pretty big deal because he can't do two X Factors. So normally if you don't do two X Factors, you do one X Factor and then a short Doppler on the second round. But without a super, you can't do that Doppler, unless you're Fuzda.
Unless you're Fuzda.
Fuzda would just be like 10 missiles, I'll just use that, it's fine. Hopefully the flames are nice to sign in and he can get a drop here.
Oh no! That's so unfortunate. Two of his X Factor particles just zooped right past him. When in a race setting, it's always interesting to see how like the mentality of a runner deals with like the stress of messing up a strategy. Oh man.
And it looks like he may not feel very comfortable with Dopplers. He's just doing two missiles at a time. Hopefully going to get that super drop. Azula, in the meantime, in Attic, Goop sparked his short charge, so unfortunately has to just use ammo to kill all of these enemies. Oh, we got a super drop. That will help him speed up this fight a lot. Just don't use it before he's dead.
Yeah, or I feel very sorry for you. All right, let's see if he's gonna go for it. Oh no!
I think he just wanted to make sure that he was going to be dead. Oh, unfortunately, should have used it there. I'm pretty sure Phantoon is really close to dead.
Mm-hmm.
But he may not know how much damage he's done. So he may be just worried about enraging Phantoon, and so he's just going to take it slow, do two missile strats.
There it goes.
He's gone. Yo, Stellar, how are you doing tonight? That was a really nice bowling spark by Azul, and sitting with really good energy. Powerbomb count is a little bit low. He's going to want to get at least one more before heading into Meridia, but he can farm the B-Tom on the way down Red Tower. Mm-hmm. Two would be even nicer.
Wow, speaking of powerbomb drops, Cynan waited around for Phantoon drops and got some real nice ones.
Yeah, 19-3-4 coming out of there. Health is a little bit low. Might have been nice to get a little bit more health, but overall, nothing to complain about.
Alright, so now Azulino's got the gravity suit. He's going to be heading back down to Meridia. That was a nice little, not quite a speed ball, but a very fast mock ball.
Ooh, and gets a powerbomb drop from the Krabby farmed as well.
Yeah, what I was saying earlier, I got a little bit distracted by Cynan, is that it's interesting to see how people will deal with the stress of the stress of a poor run. Some people are like really stoic and they'll be able to maintain their strats, whereas others will not.
It looks like Cynan is going to conserve health and not do the Attic Spark, and instead just going to use ammo to clear it out.
Farming for drops in the pre... I don't know what the room name is.
Yeah, no, I don't know that room name either. Pre-bowling spark room. And then there's the pre-bowling spark tube. Taking 3 hits from the spikes, but plenty of health to get through that. 92 is okay.
Azulino, safely in Meridian, now broke the tube and is heading up towards Batwoon. Gonna be getting a quick spark here.
Oh, and doing another strat to conserve health there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, normally they would just spark from right where they charge it.
Yeah, but 263 going into Batwoon is plenty, more than enough. A lot of people are comfortable with even like just under 100, so 263 should be really comfortable for him.
Yeah, ideally you're not getting damaged by Batwoon at all.
Yeah, and then you get an E-tank immediately after, so there's generally no worry about being a little bit low because he'll refill right after before Dragon.
All right, Cynan's finally got his gravity suit, heading back towards his way.
Oh, and no X-Factor strats for Batwoon. Instead, he's just going to go for supers.
Interesting. I wonder why. Maybe he wants to save it for X-Factor Dragon since he doesn't have very many powered round drops.
Might just be a strat he hasn't learned yet. You know, and you can definitely one-round Batwoon just with supers if you get a good stack of them on him.
Let's see. Okay, yep, he's grabbing the E-tank. Good call. Good call.
Yeah, you know, after picking up speed missiles and skipping charge missiles, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some other deviations in this route.
All right, yep. So he is gonna farm supers off of the. Not getting very quick drops though.
Yeah, you definitely want at least one. You'll need one to open the door. And any more than that is really just gravy to help you with Dragon. 8 feels real good. Should have plenty of extra ammo.
All right, let's see if he's gonna be able to do it.
And Cynan taking the Sloters refill. Shout out to Sloters27.
Oh, he did a gravity jump to get up there. Interesting. Oh no! And then he just bonked. That's so unfortunate.
That's interesting. I've never seen the gravity jump into full halfy attempt.
Yeah, that would have been interesting to see. Obviously a bit slower, but like definitely more reliable, I'd say. So
yeah, but it feels like the time you save with full halfy versus regular halfy would be completely negated by the menuing that you have to do. But I don't know. I've never timed it. I've never tried it. I've never seen anybody do it. So maybe I need to look into it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad if you didn't have to re-menu Gravity Suit back on after.
Yeah. Well, you could always fight Dragon without it.
I remember I've done a couple of the Friday night any % races, and my first one, I was so new to speedrunning the game that I went and got Grapple, so I could kill Dragon.
You know, a lot of people that are just starting out with any % do that. It's a super consistent and really quick Dragon strat. I mean, it's a little bit slower to go get Grapple.
A little bit.
Once you have it, killing them is very quick.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, if you don't know any of the better strats, it's the best way to kill him in 100% IMO. Like, way better than trying to spam ammo.
Oh, and unfortunately, Cynan missing one of his X-Factor particles, which means you can't shoot anything at Dragon either, but getting a really nice second round pattern. Oh, Kojak and a couple supers, but Botwoon should be almost dead. Excuse me.
I can't say Kojaking is a term I'm familiar with, though I've heard it a few times in Super Metroid commentary.
Kojaking is just when you shoot a super missile into a wall, or really anywhere you didn't intend to. Named after Kojak, who I assume did it at some point in some race.
Yeah, in his blind run, I don't know if you were watching the marathon, but in the Metroid Marathon, Ponk was doing his blindfolded Super Metroid, and he Kojaked 7 supers into a Ghidorah.
Yeah, I did catch that actually. That was really impressive by Ponk, and you know, at least he has an excuse in that, you know, he couldn't see.
Oh no, Azulino did not break out of his spin jump to actually get that Shine Spark after getting the blue suit.
Yeah, that'll cost him a little bit of time. And
he bonked on the ceiling, so that cost him a little more time. It killed his momentum in his space jump.
It did give us another high five, though, so... Oh, and unfortunately, Cyan missing the ledge there on this last jump. Not going to get the halfie.
Oh, he got stopped by the rest of the spikes. He wanted to get a fuller damage boost than that, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can damage boost from that first set of spikes onto the second if you time it just right. And going for Plasma Spark, not getting hit early in it, not going to be able to get there, though.
I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Hey, it would have been quite the strat to see it in a tournament run. I don't know if anybody's done Plasma Spark in the tournament yet.
I wouldn't be surprised that if one of the top level runners had done it.
Yeah, it'd have to be a top level, excuse me, a top level runner doing old route though. So somebody like Sephi or if Sloters was doing old route, I guess Jack is doing old route.
All right, was able to at least get rid of. I don't think he hit all of his particles, but he was able to at least get rid of all of his particles on Dragon.
Yeah, and Dragon's looking really red, just about dead. So close.
That's so unfortunate. He would have had a very nice Dragon. That would have made up a good bit of time, because I think that Azulino's Dragon didn't exactly go perfect.
Oh, and unfortunately sparking a little bit low there. Got hit by a goop, and that causes Dragon to retreat. There you go.
And he got the blue suit. That's good. Is he? Oh, is he gonna go for a Spark suit?
Looks like he's just gonna use the turret to damage boost and grab the stuff. Unfortunately, not getting any supers from Dragon, so he's gonna have to farm Cack Alley and get those supers. You want 5 or 6 coming out of Meridia going into Lower Norfair to make sure you have enough to open the doors and kill the Ghidorah. So Ivan, quote unquote, did it, but his stream was offline. Yeah, that's a likely story, Canadian Owl.
Ivan's not exactly bad though, so it wouldn't surprise me.
It would not surprise me if Ivan got Plasma Spark at all. Azul is heading into his last item collections. Going to pick up Ice Beam, and then head down to Lower Norfair. Oh, really nice D-boost off that Sova in pre-Ice Room.
Sorry about that, internet.
No problem. Oh, Cyan also going for Plasma Spark. Also not quite fast enough to get it. It looks like Azul's going to be taking the lower route. So give him the opportunity to take the Nutella refill if he wants, though he's got over 300 energy, so might feel comfortable with that, or might just want the safety of getting a refill. In either case, oh, really nice swag D-boost there, going all the way across the room and D-boosting all the way back.
So, is there a story behind the Nutella refill other than Nutella messed up in a race?
You know, I don't know. It's been called that ever since I, have been into Super Metroid speedrunning. I presume Nutella popularized a route that went to it and used that refill.
And Nutella's a friend, so I was curious.
Oh yeah. Hopefully somebody in chat
get some information to roast him on.
Yeah, hopefully somebody in chat knows the story.
Oh, swagging out a little bit, following right on the fireball with the charge beam. He's gonna take a safety save.
Interesting.
I respect it. Lower North Air is definitely an area that can go very bad very fast.
Yeah, that's for sure. He may know that he's ahead, or may just want to make sure, like, hey, if I die, I don't want to lose 35 minutes of progress. I want to at least have a chance of coming back.
Yeah, at that point, I don't even know. Do they force that other player to complete the run if they die that far in? Because that's awkward.
No, you can just forfeit. You just get a 3-hour time.
Okay. Oh, I get why that would matter because of like stuff like seeding for averages.
Yep, exactly. Although I think if Azul loses, he will be 2-2 and likely out of the tournament. So a death would be pretty costly for him.
He almost got the space boost fast pillars, but unfortunately he kind of bonked on one of the pillars part of the way through the room.
Ooh, unfortunately missing. He wanted to freeze that, or actually kill that pirate on the right there, to both lessen the lag and also give him a clear shot up. But unfortunately, didn't quite get him.
Worst room in the game, living up to its name.
And then Amphitheater is no good room either. Space jump,
no spring chicken.
Space jump.
I wonder if
jerk that it is.
Do you think he might go back for Fire Flea tank? No, he's not gonna bother.
Doesn't look like it.
His health is pretty low though.
His health is pretty low, but Metal Pirates can drop a lot of health, and if he's still uncomfortable after that, then he could farm right before Ridley. It looks like Cynan is also taking the lower route.
I suppose the lower route's a little more reliable just because speed booster.
I think it's mostly preference because you get to go through Frog Speedway the other way as well. Looks like he's trying to farm a little bit more health. I went northern route for a long time, but switched to southern because Kip made me.
I don't know if you noticed, but he actually tried to KO the platform without thinking about it.
That would have been a big chunk of health gone, especially since he didn't damage himself on the spikes first. Oh, really nice chronic boost there from Cynan. Cynan not saving, so I was going to save, going to make up a little bit of time there.
Yeah, his health is really good. I can understand that.
Yeah, right now I think he's about 2.5 minutes behind Azul. It's with a really clean lower north there, he could make up a lot of time here.
Yeah, like even just getting fast parallels will probably save him like what 10 seconds, something like that, because he had the power bombs strat the last couple pillars. Yeah,
if you get fast pillars, it saves about 8 seconds here, and then it also saves time in the room with the save room. Oh, unfortunately, laying a regular bomb instead of a power bomb.
Oh man, I don't know why he's turning off his power bombs. Like, you gotta break those pillars. All right, so Azul is in his Ridley fight though. We're gonna see how this goes.
And using some missiles on Ridley. And supers.
It 20?
It's 20 charged shots. Each super does 600 damage as opposed to the 900 the charge shots do.
Oh, and he missed a super too.
It looks like
two
he's
supers
spamming ammo at him right now. And health is actually a little bit worrisome right now.
Yeah, I think he's getting nervous.
Oh, Azul, be careful. And getting hit with its tail. Oh, and that's going to put Cynan in the lead right now.
Oh, and that's it.
Oh, and Cynan falling back down in Amphitheater. Space Jump being very Dan's game right now. All right, he gets back up, going to take it a little bit slow. Azul's going to have to start back from the very beginning of Lower Norfair.
And suddenly, 1, the safety save makes sense, but 2, suddenly the tone of the race shifts very dramatically.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Cyan is actually going to take your advice and pick up Firefly E-Tank here.
It's a very close and safe strat, especially if you're worried about Ridley.
Mm-hmm. It also lets you get a couple extra power bombs, so you can then use the what most people would have had to do fast pillars for in order to use power bombs in. Why can I not think of the name of that room? Somebody will tell me the name.
Are you thinking of the Red Key Hunter room?
Yes. This actually, I think you're right. This is called the Red Key Hunter Shaft, which is kind of a lame name, if you ask me. But he can use a power bomb there because he farmed them.
Be curious to know how much time that saves.
Not that much. A couple seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually, if you don't kill a couple of the key hunters, it's even less because it causes a lot of lag.
Fair enough. That definitely don't have to get power bombs. A shame though.
That is right.
Oh, and he messes up the Kago. Azulino making up his time pretty quick though. Like, that safety save was definitely a good decision because he had enough of a lead on Cynan that he's not actually all that far behind right now.
Yeah, and there's still all of Turian and Mother Brain. Baby Skip can be a 20-second swing just on its own.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to try and pay attention to the Ridley door time just so I can see how far ahead Cynan is now.
Yeah, it looks like 42:30 right as he enters Ridley. And it looks like it's going to be about a minute, is my guess.
Such a big swing because Azulino is ahead by 2.5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Oh, but he gets the Kago. But he does the Kago right on the spikes. It looks like that was interesting.
Oh, and Cyan doing a good job turning Ridley around there to get some more charge shots in. Ridley is over halfway dead.
Yeah, he's giving him a lot of pogos.
Yep, turns a little bit darker shade of red there. And Azul got really nice health drops, I think, from Metal Pirates.
Well, he also picked up fire.
Azul did not. Cyan
oh,
did.
Azul, I'm sorry.
All right, and Ridley should be dead there. There he goes. Very nice fight from Cyan.
Yeah,
we'll see if he picks up the Ridley E-Tank.
About 55 seconds. So close to a minute.
And Cyan's going to go ahead and pick up this extra E-Tank, give him a little bit of extra safety heading out, as Azul goes round 2 with Ridley.
You know, I wonder if... We mentioned earlier about how skipping charge missiles is a 100% strat. Killing Ridley with ammo is also very viable and 100%. I wonder if Azulino doesn't run 100%.
Yeah, although it's interesting, it's going to put him in a tough spot. Even if he does kill Ridley here, he's going to be leaving Lower Norfair with very few supers. Which generally one of the benefits of older route is that you head out of Lower Norfair like Cyan is with full supers going to the Turian.
Okay, here we go. He gets his Ridley kill.
Nice job, Azul. Let's see if he picks up the Ridley E-Tank as well. Nope, he's gonna just get out. So that's gonna gain him a little bit of time on Cyan. It's gonna be a really close finish.
Going for the speedball strat. Doesn't quite get it though. Didn't quite get a short charge. I wonder why he shot that beam down. Getting hit a couple of times coming up red key enter shaft, but he's got the extra health to do it.
Well, he also used plasma to just hitbox a lot of them. You can hit plasma and run straight through enemies with it. And really nice speedball out by Azul. That's going to gain him a little bit of time. He needs to get some more movement time made up.
It seems like he's doing a pretty good job of that, though. It seems like Azul is definitely a little more confident in his movement than Cynan.
Yep, he's going to have to be careful here, though. He's only got 167 health, and he's got this Key Hunter shaft and then 3 Musketeers. He gets hit once there, so he can only get hit 2 more times in 3 Musketeers, unless he picks up.
I wonder if he might pick up Firefly.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It'd be no. I think he may know he's behind and needs to catch up. Can't afford that. Picking up Firefly might be too costly.
I mean, I don't blame him. I would also probably assume I was behind if I knew how close the other runner's PB was, and the fact that I died in Lower Norfair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he looks like he's just going to play 3 Musketeers safe. Oh, and he was able to get a kind of a double kill there, so that's helpful.
Yeah, I think that's smart. It's a good play. Make sure you don't die there. And there's really no threat anymore until you get to Turian at this point. We have CynanMachae leaving Norfair at 46-45. This gives us a good idea of how much time Azul has made up here by taking fewer safeties on the way out.
Yeah, he was 55 seconds behind after Ridley, or coming into Ridley rather. So let's see how this goes. His Ridley fight was a little sloppy, I think, compared to Cynan's, so that probably cost him a little bit of time.
Yeah, it looks like just a smidge over 30 seconds behind right now.
All right, well, so he is making up some time. Not picking up that item and getting those 2 door transitions helps a lot.
Yeah, and still anybody's race. And he's gotten a lot of good super drops on the way out of Norfair, so that's kind of alleviated that problem of not having great ammo after Ridley, so he's looking all right.
His health is still pretty weak, though.
And Cynan kills Ponkfish. Why would you kill that fish? And he killed him with a super even. Like, that's very intentional. I don't agree with that at all.
Maybe he's not a fan of Ponk.
I guess.
I've been seeing everyone kill the unnecessary enemies recently. It's not even faster.
It's really not. Like, and it wastes the super. You need that super for Turian.
I was watching a zero mission race in the Metroid Marathon recently, and the runner killed Todd, who is a specific space pirate who you definitely don't have to kill, and I was mad.
Well, I would be mad too.
I wonder, considering his health, if Azulino might refill at the ship.
I doubt it. If he was still really short on supers, it might be a good thing to do. But with 25-7 and 212 health, 212, you'll get plenty of health from the Metroids, so he should be fine.
Oh, is able to maintain his speed for now. Let's see if he can keep it through this room. Very nice.
Ooh. I think we're gonna have both runners high-fiving and chilling with each other in G4 for a little bit, which is awesome to see. This race is gonna come down to the wire.
Yeah, it's definitely been kind of all over the place in terms of who had the lead, especially. And then if Azulino manages to win this after a death in Lower Norfair, that'd be super impressive.
Yep, and there we do. Both runners hanging out.
Azulino accidentally stopped his timer.
Oops. I think he must have hit it twice instead of once. That's okay. We still have one good timer. We're good. That's a good way to get a 49 though. Is just don't kill Mother Brain. Just call it done at G4.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll notice. But I mean, at this point, there's not really anything you can do about it. It doesn't help.
Yeah, you could undo it. Assuming he's using my split, you could undo it and have it continue. But looks like Cynan taking it safe and casual through the Metroid rooms, making sure to kill him, and going to use missiles on a couple of them to try to get some more super drops. He's only got 6. He should be able to group these two pretty easily together.
What count do you want for Mother Brain minimum?
You want at least 15 missiles and 7 supers coming out of the last room, and then for each, you want 15 and 7 going into Mother Brain. And so you want 3 extra supers to open the doors on the way to Mother Brain. That gives you 5 extra missiles if you have the normal 20-10.
Good super drops on that last Metroid for Azulino.
Yeah, and Cynan too is completely full now, full of health, full ammo. So they're both set. They don't have any worries about ammo. Oh, and unfortunately, Azul getting grabbed by the Metroids there. That's gonna take a little bit of time.
In Super, they're especially hard to shake off. It almost feels like they're a little bit broken sometimes.
Yeah. And he's leaving with only 9 supers, but especially since he has those extra 5 missiles, it's not a big deal. Let's see if Cynan can get his Metroid skips. Looking good so far. He's clearing out that seaweed. Ooh, hits that top guy. Oh, don't run through the door. Okay, he's good.
Don't do it. Face to the right, face to the right.
Unfortunately, getting grabbed there. He hit that enemy on the top, and that causes a ton of lag, and I think that threw off his jumps. If Azul can get Baby Skip here, that will put them right neck and neck.
Maybe even in the lead because of the refill.
A lot of it will depend on how many jumps it takes him if he does get it. It's a lot of extra jumps, but if he gets the... Oh, and it's looking good. Very nicely done.
All right.
And they're going to be... Cyan
literally almost on top of each other.
A little bit ahead just by a couple seconds. This is going to be one for the record books.
Oh, and he bumps. The tale of this just really comes down to Azulino's more confident movement, in my opinion, because it seems like that's how he was able to take the lead in the first place, and it's how he's been able to catch back up even with his Oh, and now see again, Azulino's confident movement takes the lead.
Yes, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with the Zeb skip there. Not quite getting the setup. There he goes. Now he's through.
Oh, well, the turret ate one of his supers.
He should still be fine, assuming he has. He should have plenty of extra missiles. There he goes. He's got two left even.
Ooh, that's a little spooky.
But that is going to cost him a little bit of time. Which lets Cynan catch up just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. This really is such a close run right now.
I wonder if either of them. I wonder if either of them will save the animals.
Oh, Andy fixed his timer.
Hey, all right, fantastic.
Uh-oh, a little bit of an uncharged shot there from Azulino. He didn't quite wait long enough.
And they're entering catch-up at almost exactly the same time. I think Cynan was a little bit more clean with his charge shots.
Yeah, I think so. I think that Azulino's holding it a little longer.
This is going to come down to escape, and who has a cleaner escape.
Yeah, considering how much the lead has thrown itself back and forth between these runners, to have them be literally within like 2 seconds of each other on Mother Brain is so crazy.
Yeah, It is about a second apart right now. It could come out of steam. We could have a tie. We could actually have a tie here. That would be pretty exciting.
Would be insane.
Here's my hope. I hope they both save the animals. Wouldn't that be exciting?
I think that especially Azu. I don't think there's any chance of Azulino doing it. There's a chance that Cynan might, because he doesn't know how the race is going. But Azulino knows he died, so he probably assumes that the other runner is ahead of him or right there. And so not seeing the other runner done, he will not take that risk. That's just my guess, though.
There's two baby Metroids dying at once.
Rest in peace. Everyone give your 07s. Salute the baby Metroid.
And Azul just taking the leg strats and standing in the corner and shooting, but it's a little bit more consistent. Cynan instead trying to reduce leg and getting a little bit closer. Looks like has had a better luck with his shots than Azul, and has gained like a second. I don't know, almost nothing.
Yeah, the chat called it, like they said, like Mother Brain 3 strats could cause a little more differentiation, but not too bad.
Yeah. And we have Mother Brain 3-head hit for Cynan at 56.22, and for Azul at 56.25.
Yeah, this is going to... Oh, he gets caught up on the barrier there.
Ooh, getting hit by the pirates in this room. And they're literally at the same place.
They're literally on top of each other. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Oh, Cynan doing moonfall there, though. Catches back up.
This is insane.
This race is one for the ages. What a race to end group stage on.
Behemoth Spark?
Nope, no Behemoth Spark, but Cynan just a
wait, how is Cynan in the lead now? This is too crazy.
Oh, and now Azul with a little bit cleaner. Is this going to come down to steam?
Don't save.
Oh my god! It is literally frame for frame the same.
Oh my god.
Oh, and Cynan gets steamed.
Azulino wins!
Wow. The steam at the end, while Azul got blue suit to make himself invincible to the steam, let him get to the ship a little bit faster. Wow, what a match.
That is unreal. That is absolutely unreal.
I cannot believe they literally came through that last door on the way to landing site, almost frame for frame together. And
that is some depressing RNG there. I kind of wish that steam hadn't happened, just so we had like a tie within frames. But Azulino manages to clutch it out at the last possible second. You know what's funny? I think it would have, if neither of them had gotten steamed, I think Azulino still would have won, because if you notice, Cynan missed the ship entry and had to run back.
He did. He had a little bit of trouble getting down into the ship.
So I think Azulino still would have won, but it definitely would have been within like half a second of each other.
Ooh. I don't know if I can take much more of this. This was
that was stressful.
They can look Meat Shield. They could be watching. They may have known how close they were.
Yeah, it's not like it's a randomizer. Is there a chance we can get the runners in here for a quick interview?
I don't know. I don't know if they're ready or if they want to. Let's find out.
have to say, I'm pretty happy this was my first time commentating for speed gaming outside of the marathon. That was quite the trip.
Kaneda, no, I'm not sure. I can't do math in my head, so I'm not sure who has the better median times. But I think with Azul winning, that actually puts 3 people in that group at 3-1.
I believe it does.
Because with Black Elite John has 2-1, but his last match is against somebody who withdrew, so he'll be 3-1. Cynan will be 3-1, and AzulynoT will be 3-1. So it's going to be very close to see among those 3 which 2 get to go onto brackets.
Alright, so Azul, it doesn't look like Azul will respond. Do you want to see if we can pull Cynan in?
I pinged them both. I don't know if neither one of them replied. I'm not sure.
Cynan replied.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Can we pull him in? I don't know if. I mean, you should be able to. Feel free to join the live on air chat. There he goes.
All right, so we got Cynan coming in here in just a sec. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to get a hold of the winner, unfortunately. AzulynoT does not appear to be responding. We'll be able to inform. I'm actually really curious to find out if Cynan was watching his opponent or not, because like he may have felt like he got a real break when AzulynoT died. All right, what's up, Cynan?
Hey, Cynan.
Hey, hi.
Thank you for joining us. That was a one heck of a race. Holy crap!
Yeah, I think 4 seconds, something.
It was 4 seconds. You guys were literally through the last door at the same time. It came down
to Steam RNG.
Steam RNG and a little bit of trouble entering the ship for you. It looked like.
I was a bit nervous.
So
I guess that happens.
We were curious. Were you watching AzulynoT's stream?
I had the stream up and I saw him die at Ridley, but I just happened to watch luckily because I was not really paying that much attention since I was so far behind.
Well, it was close all the way through. You were a couple minutes behind, and then he died at Ridley. And then the last 10 minutes of the race was really back and forth, especially in Turian, since he got baby skip and you missed it.
Yeah.
Right after that, it was you guys going through doors almost at exactly the same time. And then it changed. I think the lead changed about 4 times from that point.
Yeah, no,
it was when you missed Zeb skip, it changed. But then he picked worse strats for you got a better Mother Brain too. You hit more charge shots more efficiently than he did, and so you were actually in the lead on Mother Brain, the cutscene in between 2 and 3, and you picked a little bit better Mother Brain 3 strats. Then you bonked on the pirate, and then you resynced with him because you moonfell and escaped.
Okay.
It was insane.
Nice. I'm glad that it gave a closer race.
It was
thank Ridley for that.
Thank you, Ridley. It was a heck of a race to end the group stage on, so I thank you for that, for making sure you put on a good show on the last match of group stage. That puts you at 3-1 in your group. Looks like you have 3 runners at 3-1, so it should be there's somebody's going to have to do math.
Luckily, John actually is in the chat, and he said that he's going to be out of the tournament because he had a very bad average time.
Oh, okay.
He said that he did his math on an average, and he had an average somehow a 1:18.47.
Oh, sounds like he had some runs where he died.
Yep.
So with that knowledge, it sounds like we'll see you in brackets then, Cynan.
Yep. Yeah, I'm glad, and Azul too, I guess.
Yeah, Azul will also be moving on to brackets. It looks like.
Nice. Thanks.
Cool. Anything else you wanna say to Speed Gaming before we head out?
Yeah, thanks for casting this match. I'm glad to have. I really enjoyed the tournament so far. So the casting has.
Yeah, this is my first time being able to cast.
Oh, really? I'm gonna watch that.
Well, it was my pleasure. Appreciate the run. Make sure you guys follow the runners. I'll put in their Twitch things there. Make sure you follow them. Make sure you check out the bracket stage, which is starting sometime Monday-ish. I'm sure brackets will be out sometime around Monday. We'll get to see what all the matchups are and who we get to watch in the first round of the brackets.
But yeah, I think that should be about it for us. Thank you guys for tuning in. Looks like we got some kind of community race coming up in just a minute. So feel free to stick around if you guys want to see some more cool runs.
Cool. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.